Good afternoon. Today we are going to present the description of the diagram. The groups is conformed by Maria Alejandra Perez Ramos and Juliana Ramirez Avila. This diagram represents the cooking process for the product of the company Soy Cookies, which is a cookie based on soy and orange. For this, we have 10 items, but the first one is the reception of raw material, which represents the verified state of each of these, taking into account that the meaning the quality characteristics that they maintain the quality or the realization of the product. In the event that the products are in poor conditions, we must notify to the suppliers to identify the causes of the damage. At the second process, we have the weighting.
Weighting determination of the corresponding weight of each raw material implementing the correct formulation for the realization of the product.
At the same time, we continue with the creaming, which is the incorporate of the butter, egg roll, and sugar, carrying out a shake mix of this.
Sieving procedure that allows us to separate particles of different size, in this case passing the soy flour and wheat flour through a strainer where the small particles pass through the openings of the sieve and the larger ones are retained in to have a correct separation of the realization of the product.
Continue with the process. Here we have one of the most important process for the cookie, the mixes. The combining the input to obtain an homogeneous appearance, in this case, that is the union of two or more substances, thus creating the appropriate textures for the creation of the cookie. We have to verify the correct integration of the products completely. In the case that are not well integrated, we return to the kneading process. But if they are completely integrated and so has the right textures, we continue with the process.
Molded, process by which we shape the dough into circular case for our cookie.
The baked has the mixes is one also the important process of this. For this we have the cooking process, which the heat provided by the oven is in the case 180 degrees for 15 minutes. For this process we will put the butter, a little flour and baking paper on the baking tray to prevent the cookies from stick and losing their shape. It must be taken into account that the cookie process of this is completely in the event that is not completely ready. It will be remained longer it is baking, and if the two processes have already been completed, we continue with the other process.
Cooling procedure, in which the temperature of the cookies is lower after they come out of the oven in order to continue with the final procedure.
And then the final, the 10 item, the packet, which we will take our final product, the cookies based on soy and orange, to a container packing designed for its presentation, protection, and preservation for stores and delivery to the customers and to our client. Thank you so much for your attention.